You gotta lie to Flurf, and there are very few Flurfs that are more adept at lying than Austin WItsit. I have a whole page dedicated to his lies on my website. I'll link that in the description. Last week, things were coming to a head with the final experiment. They're still coming to a head today. Austin's been dragging his feet. But somebody had asked him about whether or not he's going and what he thought of the contract that he had received. And he had something to say about the contract. He was not in favor of it. And he posted this here saying, I'm already looking over the contract with my attorney, and other things about the contract. The things that he said about the contract, including the screenshot that he sent, completely contradicted him, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that Austin said that he had been going over the contract with his attorney. Now, attorneys aren't cheap, and I don't want Austin to have to foot the bill for all of the time that his attorney spent going over the contract with him. So that screenshot I took at 2:20 Central Time last Wednesday, September 4th. And it says, as you can see on screen, there's 7 hours ago. So that's about 7 a.m. my time, about 6 a.m. Eastern. So I, as of the time of that contract, I thought, well, tell you what, I posted this one. I said, I don't want Austin to have to pay for all those billable hours from his attorney. Could someone just ask Austin for his attorney's contact info, please? I'll pay up to 5 hours of his attorney's billable time looking at the TFE contract prior to this post on X from today, which was about 7 a.m. on Wednesday, September 4th. So now the problem is, of course, WItsit didn't respond to that, but don't worry. I asked a whole bunch of people if they could send him messages, and he didn't respond to any of them. But don't worry. I personally spoke to him on Thursday. The very next day, I had a chance to talk to him when he was on a Discord server, and here's what I said.
Or the lawyer that you were talking to. And so I wanted to, I know lawyers can be expensive, the attorney. And so I don't know if you heard about this. I'd like to offer to pay for up to 5 hours of your attorney's time prior to your tweets yesterday. If you could just let your attorney know.
Having an attorney?
Let your attorney know. Yeah. So here, I'll put in the chat here.
Okay.
Can you pay for my dentist?
Wait, I just want to make sure you're claiming
I don't have any money. Dude, you don't have any money. You're a YouTuber relying on talking people for clicks.
Wait, I just want to understand. Are you trying to imply I lied about talking to an attorney?
I'm just offering to pay for up to 5 hours.
You don't have any money.
Your lawyer's time.
Okay, I'll tell him. I'm sure that out of principle he will refuse to work with you, but I'm sure he'll publicly say who he is anyway. He's a well-known, very successful attorney up actually around your area, ironically. He's a constitutional attorney. He reached out to me whenever I was going through my situation with Mount Rushmore. He represents quite a few very big figures in the online content creator sphere. So yeah.
Here we go.
I talked to him on the phone for an hour.
Here's your tweet yesterday. So said, I'm already looking over the contract with my attorney.
That's correct, yeah.
And
you think I lied about
exactly
that?
What you posted that. Not sure because you deleted it bravely.
I deleted it because you guys were spamming my replies, and
for the contract or for the final experiment. So
I just want to point. This is a perfect point of why you're so lame.
You can mail me a bill.
You just tried to. You're running a story to your followers that I don't actually have an attorney, and that you're going to offer to pay for him because he doesn't actually exist. Now think about this reality for a second. I do have an attorney. Okay, I've actually eaten at his house with his family dinner with my wife. He's invited me to fly out to talk to people around his community in the coming months. He's helped me with my previous cases. I talked to him on the phone multiple times. So about this contract, I sent him the contract. And one of the things was I wasn't even supposed to really talk about how I was looking over it with an attorney, I think, from tactical perspective. So it's like, that was one of the reasons that I'm like, oh, I messed up. I shouldn't have said that yet. So it is what it is. It's out now. I already said it. And I also deleted it because I'm like, dude, this is the main thing I tried to avoid on X is all these trivial debates and arguments with anti-flat earth trolls. Because then people go to my page, they go to replies, and they just see all this toxic nonsense. So I deleted all of my replies. But I just want to point out, think about that. Now, what I just said is all just true. But think about how lame you are for running this narrative that I lied about having an attorney and then offering to pay money. So we're gonna hold you to it. You're gonna pay my attorney for 5 hours of his hourly rate.
That conversation happened on Thursday the 5th, and today is Wednesday the 11th. It's been 6 days. I have received no email from his attorney with any information about the billable hours. So it makes me wonder, why would WItsit not send his attorney to send his billable hours to me? Is it because Austin can't be bothered to save himself 5 hours of billable time? He's got so much spare cash that it can't bother. It's too much trouble for him to do that. Is that it? Or did he maybe not actually go over the contract with his attorney prior to Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern time, as he said he did? Now, I don't know which is the case. I am serious in this offer. And this offer, I think, so far is not looking good for WItsit, because in 6 days, I would certainly be sending off just a little thing to my lawyers and, hey, here's MC Toon's email address, mctoon@mctoon.net. Austin knows this. We've exchanged emails. And he's offered to pay up to 5 billable hours. Shoot over a bill to him. But of course, it's specific to the time that he spent looking over the contract with his attorney prior to the tweet that he said he'd been already looking over the contract with his attorney. An attorney, let's see, what would happen if an attorney had not looked over a contract and then sent a bill for looking over the contract? What's that called? I'm not sure. I'm not up on all the legal stuff. I'm not legally adept, as Austin says he is. I'll just give it a name. Let's call it fraud. Now, if that lawyer were to send that bill through the mail, I'm just going to think of just a random word that I'm going to assign to what you call that activity. That would be mail fraud. Anyway, I know, I no doubt his attorney wouldn't want to be party to that kind of thing. And so that's what I'm wondering. Is there no contract or no bill being sent to me because the attorney doesn't want to commit mail fraud? Because this conversation, this going over the contract prior to September 4 at 6 a.m. Eastern time didn't happen. Is that why? I don't know. Anyway, Austin, your actions will inform us of whether or not you lied there.